So yeah, spoiler alert, we don't know a lot of these cartoons. I think it reflects they came out in a period of time that we were not watching cartoons actively because we were adulting. Like some are familiar, but then there's a lot like, whoa, what are these things? So we're sharing social links as usual.
Oh, it's odd. You didn't have the YouTube open. I thought I did.
Side by side.
YouTube monitor is running.
Links are tweeted.
Facebook is running. And then resharing. Hey, Mitch. 2000.
Yeah, that's why it's harder to find. So there's like distinct lists for the 2010s for some
Yeah.
reason. But then 2000s, it's just like, ugh.
Hey, Karen.
Okay, Yezu. Guys, new shirts. So there's a light side and a dark side. So
And no,
for,
it's not the same shirt. It's a
so
different shirt.
so for now we're going to be light side, then another day we'll wear dark side. But then like our Trixie and Katya shirts, we can mix and match and be like light and dark, dark and light. Hey, hey.
Karen, I didn't quite get your comment. I have internet connection in my room. Arg.
Or
Crap. Net connection. Okay. For a moment, I was like,
your internet connection so terrible it's dropping entire words. We commiserate with you. Today we just got a memo that our condo is now requiring face shields anytime you leave your unit. So even if it's just throwing the garbage or picking up a package at the lobby, face mask and face shield.
which I think is, I'm not against. I'm
It's not
happy they're
a
doing it.
terrible rule.
I don't know about the efficiency of it all, to be honest, but
The efficacy of face shields in general is always in question.
yeah. But at the same time,
It helps compensate for people who like have their masks under their nose.
Yes, exactly. And that annoying subset of people who literally don't use masks because they think they don't have to until someone tells them to.
Are they distinctly East Asian? So drama. But yeah. So we have a bunch of new shirts from the Old Navy anniversary sale. So many shirts, in fact,
We don't know
where to put them. They're sitting on the corner of the bed, neatly folded. They have progressed from I watched them already, but don't know what to do.
But I think with the pandemic, we are now feeling the space issue. Maybe it's just accumulation from time, but at the same time, we really are now feeling the need to offload certain things to generate more space.
Maybe. Or we're just like getting tired of just being in this unit. It's like you can only do so much, guys. Karen points out not using the visors is very important. Kudos to the guards of High Street who regularly try to berate people when their masks are here. Their shields are there. which makes them the most inefficient visors ever. They're transparent. The light gets through fully. Stop it.
Mhm.
A wimboy, a wimboy, a
We'll
wimboy.
start in 2 minutes.
Wimboy,
It's
a
9:08.
wimboy, a wimboy.
But while waiting, so we've been trying to finish Orange is the New Black,
We're down to season 7.
and it's touched on the ICE
Illegal
stories,
detention of immigrants.
which it's heavy because these are based on actual stories. These aren't just scenarios they cooked up, right?
Yeah, they're inspired by like
Mhm.
real events.
So there's that frustration of knowing that sort of thing happens, and that easily cascades to you thinking of all the other crappy thing that happens out there in the world. So you just sometimes want to focus on
Fish.
other things.
Focus on fish. Focus on fish. Fish.
So a lot of Marvel fans are excited for the upcoming Winter Soldier and the Falcon,
Or Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
and it's
But it's another Disney Plus property, so everyone who's excited is going to pirate it one way or
and
another.
then it's another wait and see because they're experimenting with the buddy cop feel.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then again, they experimented with WandaVision, so who knows? Maybe it will work.
Karen stopped watching at season 2. Maybe you should watch. It uh it's still surprisingly deep stories
Mhm.
of women. And then I feel like the first 2 seasons are rough because it's very Piper, Piper, Piper.
Yes,
But once they
that's true.
stop focusing on her,
That's true.
it gets so much better because she's like the worst character of the show.
She's annoying. She
She's a white girl.
I think she's written to be annoying.
That's
So-
true.
So that's there. And a lot of the other characters were really awesome. And then there's that shift wherein you love someone so much and then you hate them so much later, and it's so good.
And Karen is enjoying DS9 na. Congratulations for riding through.
Mhm.
Did you skip? Because we were talking about it earlier on Twitter, and like it's
Yeah,
so
I
hard
think
to
I
get
saw
through.
that.
And I was like, worst case, only watch season 2 finale, then
Mhm.
watch season 3 onward, which is like when the Gem Hadar enters. So
Mhm.
that gets very good. Very, very good. But yeah, the first season was super rough. They didn't quite know what to do with the show because I felt like what's
They
this?
were still under the shadow of the previous
Of the other treks, and they were like frustrated that they couldn't leave the station. So they had all these runabout missions, and they kept using the runabouts to do
everything.
classic Star Trek style episode. But anyway, we're running out of time. All right.
It is 9:11, so I guess we can now officially start.
Curse number.
And with that, this is Toby.
And this is
And
Rocky.
if it's your first time here, welcome to Baduy Pride, a little space on the internet where we talk about anything we want.
It is completely unscripted and not entirely accurate, but at least it's honest. Join us as we talk about everything and anything random
And
live.
if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for joining us again. It's our 158th episode.
That was weird.
I know, it's a weird number.
No, that you said if it's not your first time here, thanks for joining again. Like, let me repeat that again one more
And if
time.
it's not your first time here, thanks for joining us again. It's not your first time.
Okay. Okay.
See, it makes sense.
Okay, it makes sense.
See, it makes sense.
Fine. I'm overthinking. I'm tired.
But
I was
yes,
working on a quote until 7.
this is a long delayed episode because
It's a series of episodes. So we've done cartoons of the 80s and cartoons of the 2010s. But David, who requested this topic, made sure to also suggest the 2 other decades.
Mhm.
He has joked that WandaVision has gone through the decades faster than we have, which is awesome. But we have a bunch of lists. I have this BuzzFeed list that's like 41.
Mhm.
So I think we can start.
Well, I have the IMDb list of
Ooh,
all cartoons
robust.
released in 2000.
And this BuzzFeed list, I think, is based on the IMDb list.
Because
So,
the IMDb list is 607 titles.
holy crap, we're never going to finish talking. And it's okay. All right. So we're just going to really do our best to skip him if we don't know him. And realistically, we don't know most of them.
Because admittedly, around this time, we weren't watching as many cartoons as we would have wanted to.
I was busy leaving home and starting a new life as a gay man.
So let's go through the list real quick of cartoons that were launched or released within 2000 to 2009. And we start with Clifford the Red Dog.
I can't believe there was a reboot of Clifford.
Oh, you know this. I don't.
No, because Clifford is a very old character, isn't he? Or am I misremembering? But anyway, but apparently there was a cartoon. Didn't know that.
Okay.
Generation O.
It's a cartoon series about a girl in a rock band.
No idea. Skip.
We have Kong, the animated series.
Ooh,
I remember seeing
I
this.
remember seeing it, but like
I remember not getting into it.
because isn't there also a Godzilla cartoon? I wonder if we'll get there. Oh wait, Max Steel. I used to watch this on the hokey black and white TV in our drugstore.
So Max Steel is one of those cartoons that used CG.
Yes, it's very like, but this is already like post reboot, so it's like, ooh, the animation's a little better on the same period as like Beast Wars, but the story was very strange.
Moving on, we have Pillswick.
What the heck is
A
that?
cartoon show that follows a 12-year-old boy in a wheelchair who emphasizes living a normal life.
Oh my God! Look at the voice credit, David Arquette. What is this? Okay, don't know this
And
cartoon.
it lasted for 2 years.
Yeah, that's still impressive.
Okay, moving on, we have Jackie Chan Adventures.
Okay, I tried to get into this, but I never did. And I know it I feel like for the generation, there's a definitely a younger generation, I'm gonna say it, that is more into it than we are. And
I had a moment. Oh, it's blurry. Oh, it's still blurry.
no, it's really blurry. It's not your glasses.
Okay. Moving on. Aqua the Teen Hunger Force.
Okay, I'm glad that this was introduced in this period. I super had a thing for Aqua Teen Hunger
I've never
Force.
seen that episode.
Oh my God, because this was like early Adult Swim,
Mhm.
and because the cartoon was just so bizarre and
Because it starred a milkshake, an order of fries, and a meatball.
yes,
And their retired next door neighbor.
and it was, oh my God, I can't fully explain Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and it's amazing that it lasted 15 years. But it was, I mean, it's not the most, it was definitely in that weird like adult cartoon, therefore
Mhm.
non-linear and doesn't have to really super make sense.
I presume Urim loved the Zodiac powers was in reference to Jackie Chan.
Yes.
Then Leo mentions Nick Jr.
I guess the show that we didn't
Yeah.
recognize.
Okay, there's As Told by Ginger.
Also did not get into this.
This is a Nickelodeon show. Didn't get into it. But it's the same art style as
The Wild
Rugrats,
Thornberries?
right? Wild Thornberries,
I
sorry.
think. But yeah, Karen loved ATHF.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right.
Next is Baby Blues. A married couple living in a quiet neighborhood. Don't recognize the names, don't recognize it, but again, it lasted 2 years.
Wow, it's a
What are all
show
these syndicated
about
cartoons that we've never seen?
parents with a newborn. How niche. Okay.
Okay, and maybe these are cable TV stuff. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them are cable. TV.
Between the Lions.
Oh,
a
wait
live
a
action and
minute.
animation blend of educational fantasy of a family of lions.
Okay, I didn't actually watch this, but the Defunct Land, the YouTube channel, did a great documentary video on Between the Lions, and it is a great show focused on getting kids to read. I am fascinated by it. It's brilliant.
The Bob Clampett Show. There doesn't even have a photo, so I guess we can move on.
But look,
It's
it
a
hasn't
documentary.
ended.
It's a documentary series.
They don't have an end year for it. IMDb, what's wrong with you?
Then we have Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I watched this for a while.
I haven't seen this. Clerks, the animated series.
I did not realize they bothered to make an animated series
I'm
about
not aware of
Clerks.
this.
I can't even fully remember if I watched Clerks from start to finish.
Mhm.
I've only seen bits.
Of course, Dora the Explorer launched in 2000.
Oh, the one who said Nick Jr. is the Bacaracias family of bots who are back on our YouTube channel.
Oh.
Because Ace is now here saying Disney Jr. I am not a robot. Okay, Dora the Explorer apparently started in the year 2000. So hey, good job.
Exposure, a weekly collection of short films by amateur directors such as Tim. Oh, these are like old stuff by.
But it was
big
released in
names.
2000. Okay, that's something we have to look into.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not
look
a
at
regular series, but suddenly, ooh, that looks interesting.
God, the Devil, and Bob.
Obviously, trying to be an adult thing. Oh my God, it has Alan Cumming as the main voice talent. God has made a bet with the devil. If one human of devils choosing can't prove that humanity is decent, God will scrap all creation. and start over, and he chooses a Detroit car salesman. Ooh, that sounds terrible.
Playboy's Dark Justice, the animated series.
Don't you miss all these TV shows that were like branded as Playboy
And
Productions?
it has the guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't know that's Robert England. Okay,
Pucci's Yard.
Puccini's Yard.
Puccini's Yard.
No idea.
No idea either. Sammy, inspired by Spade's own family.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
David Spade cartoon. No.
Not aware of this one. Sheep in the Big City,
Sheep
of course.
In the big city, I still like a ranting Swede.
SG, the missions of stylish pair of spies. Ooh, I should have mentioned this in my spy game.
Yeah, but I feel like SG paled in comparison to what became Totally Spies.
Mhm.
So it was two guys spies.
Static Shock,
the cartoon series, which is like, you know,
based on the Milestone comics. I never got into the cartoons. I just like the comics, so I don't have.
but this is like a key part of the whole Lamar universe of stuff, and I mean the Timmyverse. Sorry, there you go. Lamar was the
Teacher's
voice.
Pet.
I only know what he looks like, but I have no idea what this thing is about.
Mhm. The Weekenders.
Also, something I just heard of, but then didn't watch. Okay.
Mhm. We have X-Men Evolution.
Oof, oof. I had high hopes for this cartoon, and I know there are a lot of people that
And
love.
this is where
X-Men
they had them
Evolution.
all as teens, right?
All as teens again, but then it like the roster expand. Oh, but then like um yeah, they're all teens in this one. They're all teens in this. But the roster expanded very quickly, and like was it Marrow or Spike? They had Spike in it and stuff and whatever.
Action Man.
It's another CG one. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No,
Corduroy. This is like a BBC thing. Scholastic.
it's a Scholastic thing, obviously based on a book series with a bear. That's
Mhm.
all we know. Okay.
For Better or Worse, animated misadventures of Lynn Johnson, acclaimed comic strip.
I would
artist.
describe the animation style as looking very homey. It must be a labor of love.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. Oh no, this doesn't count. Officially, it doesn't count.
Why is this here? Okay.
Yeah. Marvin and the Tap Dancing Horse.
No, actually, it's not and it is Marvin, the
Oh,
tap
you're
dancing
right.
horse. I don't know what it is, but I
See,
want to find
I'm
out.
starting to think these are those direct-to-video animations or something. I don't know.
It could be. They're not just listing series, and it's
Yeah.
IMDb, so they include movies.
Seven Little Monsters.
Oh wait, but scroll up. But it mentions they're 30 minutes. So does that mean they're 30-minute shows, or it's only a 30-minute
Or it could
cartoon?
be a collection of 30-minute shorts. You know how there are those children's shows in the life.
Okay, I am impressed that these things got both. So Seven of the Monsters, no idea, but I think Toby would
It
get
reminds
into it.
me of the art style of
Where the wild things are, but then
Yeah.
with creature designs that look very inspired by like the storyteller.
Okay, Timothy Goes to School.
Wow, that is totally like no.
It's the badger and the animals. What about Mimi?
Misadventures
Never
of a
heard.
clever young redhead. Wow, it's 2 years. Rainbow Fish. Okay, a lot of these are clearly animated storybooks.
Yep.
I am questioning this list.
The Miss Mallard mystery. Oh my god, it's a duck with a hat.
And it's 2 years again. I am into ducks that solve
See,
mysteries.
yeah, these are the books. Looking at them now. George Shrinks.
No, wait.
Right.
Look at George Shrinks. Again, it's a 3-year thing.
Because I think they're franchise lines that were released as animated
Maybe.
storybooks or something.
Maybe.
A car.
There's a mouse. That's all we know.
Quads.
What the?
It's the Mr. Hell Show. Animated sketch comedy show. I've never seen this.
Bob Monkhouse, Paul Dobson. Untalkative Bunny. Okay, wait. I've seen these shorts on like the Disney Channel,
Mhm.
and I kind of got into them because she was quite fascinating.
So we have already hit 40 different titles, and it's mostly titles we've never heard of because of the IMDb
To be
list.
fair, we're pretty sure most of them don't count.
So let's just keep rushing through it. Anne of Green Gables, the animated series.
Wow, that feels right up there with like Sadie or something.
Committed, which has Joe and Liz Larson and their 3 kids. Oh my gosh, Ripping Friends, Misadventures of a Quartet of Muscle-Headed Superheroes.
What the hell?
Some of these sound awesome, and I'm surprised you've never heard of them. Ultimate Book of Spells. Again, it looks like
That looks like a TV movie.
yeah. Undergrads.
What? Misadventures of a group of childhood friends who keep in touch even when they go to separate colleges.
And it's the complete first season.
Yeah, and then the image clearly is referencing like The Graduate or
Hmm
something.
Wampus World,
Ooh, look, it's like
animatronics and puppetry. This looks interesting.
I don't. Is that? Oh, it's a puppet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Brace
Brace
face,
face.
of course, magical braces. Bellflower bunnies.
That's a book.
Totally spies.
Totally Spies. Now we can talk about Totally Spies. Totally Spies, because this series started. I was still living at home, like before. I was still in college. I was still living at home, and it was definitely like a guilty pleasure watch because, um, they were like they were like pretty awesome. I mean, like it was a crazy show. It felt very Barbie-esque, but
Mhm.
it was still a lot of fun. So yeah, I was into the spies, and Toby has a new tabletop RPG called Models, where you get to play espionage models,
Supermodel.
supermodels. So
Yeah.
super spy, supermodel, very Zoolander, but also very Totally Spies.
Hmm.
All right,
What's with Andy?
that's a good question. No, and
Moving
it
on.
lasted 7 years.
Yeah, I know.
What the
It's
heck?
crazy. Excalibur, no E.
X.
Excalibur. And it was like a CG thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Pecola.
Pecola.
Wow,
Which
these look
is
like
the-
weird things that are like shown on Disney Junior or something. Okay.
Alienators, Evolution Continues.
Oh,
This
I
looks
remember
familiar.
this because it was inspired by the Evolution movie, the one with
With the smiley face with the
David
three
Duchovny.
eyes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, but didn't really watch it.
Animated Tales of the World.
That looks like another attempt to do books.
Yeah. Baby Looney Tunes. So this came out 2002.
I kind of saw it, but then like, oh, you're trying to do a Muppet Babies? Sacrilege.
Mhm.
And no, only Muppet Babies can do Muppet Babies. I didn't like Baby Looney Tunes. It was very bad. The Brat Show.
Former Space Ghost villains Brack and Zorak live their lives in sitcom form.
This was another Adult Swim original.
Mhm.
I super love the original lineup of Adult Swim.
Okay, Fairly Odd Parents. So this was a show that I worked on a few times with games,
There you go.
and I still find the brand difficult to grasp in my head.
I think, and it's a much beloved cartoon. I
Mhm.
wasn't necessarily strongly into it because I think I was already too old to fully appreciate it. Although recently the creator has gotten into some Twitter drama because of accusations of
So,
traces.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just leave it at that. Gary and Mike. Nope.
It looks claymation-y, that's all we can say.
Yeah. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Okay, I enjoyed this, but I didn't get to watch enough of it.
Mm.
I love Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Who doesn't love two kids who are hanging out with death all the time, and the fact that they forced death to play with him? So
Mhm.
Mandy, of course, is really the star of the show. Billy is just window dressing. Okay.
Evil Corn Carnage.
I wanted to get into this, and it kind of piggybacked on because it used to be Grim and Evil bundled together. So it was Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and then this Evil Con Carne, which the only thing it has going for it is like it's a brain in a jar mounted on a bear,
Mhm.
which sounds great as a pulp concept, but then kind of stupid.
Harvey
wait,
Bird.
scroll up. Oh my God, Armin Zimmerman was the isn't he Quark? Yes,
Mhm.
Quark was a voice on that show. Okay,
Harvey Birdman,
Attorney.
Attorney at Law.
This was one of my favorite of the original Adult Swim lineups because the best one was like Apache Chief was filing a lawsuit against a coffee shop
Mhm.
because they spilled coffee on his lap
Mhm.
and he could no longer get bigger,
Mhm.
like bigger. And um the lawyer for the defense was also African American, and there's this stupid sequence where she's delivering her attack against his testimony, and birds start untying her hair and
Mhm.
then redressing her into a Native American outfit. And needless to say, Apache Chief's problem goes away. I love this show. It was so stupid.
House of Mouse, a collection of short cartoons hosted by Mickey and his Disney pals.
The only thing I really liked about House of Mouse was that As far as nightclubs go, it was a nightclub that also had Disney villains at the
Mhm.
tables, and you just kind of waited for those moments that they were at the table.
Invader Zim.
Invader Zim. So Invader Zim is a 2001 to 2006 cartoon only, and I enjoyed this, but again, didn't get to watch it as much as
Mhm.
I'd like to because of circumstances.
I had former office mates who were really into this, and they were expressing how it's a very smart cartoon.
It is. It is. It's just, yeah, I just didn't get a chance. Okay.
Justice League.
Okay. Toby has very strong opinions about like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, but I rather enjoyed Justice League. It was a good celebration of like Batman was awesome all the time, and it was really like peak Timmyverse with Bruce Timm. So,
Disney's The Legend of Tarzan.
ooh, part of that series of like all these. Let's turn our Disney movies into series, and didn't quite make sense.
Lloyd in Space, a Disney show centered around Lloyd, an alien living in space. I've never heard of this.
No, no, no.
Mary Kate and Ashley in Action.
This looks like a book that should never have been.
This should have been referenced in WandaVision.
Oh, it could have been a
This
wonderful.
should have been referenced in WandaVision. The Mummy. I'm not aware it had a cartoon.
Wow, and it was a 3 year cartoon. Guys, the Mummy had a cartoon. Okay.
The Oblongs, Misadventures of a Goofy Family Deformed by Toxic Waste.
I think I like chanced upon it
The
and
Will
was
Ferrell
like
song.
confused by the fact that the dad like has no arms or legs and just bounces around.
Mhm.
But no, I didn't super get it.
Oswald, the story of a blue octopus and his dog that looks like a hot dog.
Okay, this is clearly like a Disney Junior thing. It's like,
Fred Savage.
whoa, surprising.
And it's a musical too.
Okay.
Probably just has songs.
It just has
Sing
songs.
along. The Popeye Show,
Oh no, this is
It's
just
a
a compilation.
The Proud Family,
Oh, African American animated entertainment.
and of course, Samurai Jack.
Yeah, you can finally talk about Samurai Jack. So, this is definitely like, oh my god, I super love Jendy Tartakovsky, and then he's gonna make a samurai epic, and then it was Amazeballs. Although in truth, I have not seen every single episode
Mhm.
because of that, and it's like hard to find it, hard to find all season on a streaming service. And I'm glad that they kind of went back and did a final season,
Mhm.
but. Tuloy, I can't watch that final season until I finish watching the rest, and I really have to make a project out of it. But someone put it on a streaming service, so it's easier.
Visually stunning, very deep storylines.
Very, very adult without being crass.
yeah, and then
because it
it's-
was. Is it adult or mature or, it respected the viewer.
Mhm.
Super good stuff.
C Lab
2021, which oh my god, it's 2021.
Yeah, I know.
But it is another Adult Swim repackaging of an old cartoon.
Mhm.
It was okay. It was very absurd.
Sitting Ducks.
No.
Nope, never heard of. Time Squad.
I see the character images. It looks familiar. Oh my god, it had Mark Hamill, but then no, didn't know.
The Zeta Project.
Also not familiar.
Stanley.
Disney something, I don't know.
Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat.
Sagwa? Sorry.
Yakatiyak.
Don't talk back. I don't know. Unfamiliar?
Make Way for Naughty.
Clearly, no.
Daft Planet.
What are these things?
A lot of
Guys,
these things do look interesting though.
the art style. Look at that. They don't have necks. Their
Yeah.
heads are floating over their bodies.
There's Doodles.
No.
Girl stuff, boy stuff. Henry's World.
No.
Max and Ruby.
Okay, I've seen a lot of Max and Ruby because that rabbit is annoying. Okay.
Once we hit 100 and we still haven't hit familiar titles, we're switching to the other list.
All right. Because this is like getting very
Mobile
struggling.
Mysteries.
Nope.
Oliver's Adventures.
Nope.
Pig City.
Nope, but you would want to watch that.
Robo Roach.
What?
Simon and the Land of Chalk Drawings.
No, which is different from Chalk Zone.
Fred the Caveman.
Does not have an image on IMDb.
Kaput and Zoski, the ultimate obliterators.
Obviously a German cartoon.
Spaced Out.
No.
Imucha Lucha. The story of three masked wrestlers.
Oh
in
wait,
wrestling.
I kind of seen this, but I wasn't into it. What the hell, luchador culture?
Clone High. Greatest masterminds of the world have been cloned and are now attending high school together.
Will Forte, Phil Lord. It should be familiar, but it is not. Okay.
And I have to admit, it's a great premise.
It's a good title, but it's only 13. I don't know. It's 2 years or 1 year. Okay.
Cyber Chase,
Nope.
3 South,
No, well, when MTV still had cartoons. Okay.
The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius,
Oh, Jimmy Neutron is from this era. Okay, that's count. I did watch a fair amount of this with my brother.
and But Ugly Martians.
Yeah, so we're switching lists.
We're
Okay.
switching lists. We're switching lists.
So this one is 41 early 2000 cartoons you may have forgotten about. The very first one is My Life as a Teenage Robot, which I got into this. I got into this. It was quite clever about Jenny the Robot. So that was cute. Wow, Dragon Booster again, don't know. Team Dragon. Tracy McBean, no. Cyber Chase again. It's really a thing. Bounty Hamster.
Okay, this list is not helping.
I don't know.
We
but-
still don't know these
but
things.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Cornel and Bernie, no. Code Lyco, no.
Lyoko.
Oh, Winx Club. Oh, this is like the thing that was turned into a live action movie on
Yeah.
Netflix, which we also aren't watching.
And didn't it have a
There was a-
children's magazine?
Yeah, like K-Zone or something. Class of 3000, don't know. Timo Supremo, okay. Yeah, I saw this. It wasn't great. It was rough, but again, not the target market. But to be fair, looking at Timo Supremo could totally work with like what's this? Oh my god, there's a Double Fine game na Halloween Costume Quest.
Yes.
It feels very like that. It feels
So
very like
Mark shares Clone High wasn't shown locally. Zeta Project came out of Batman Beyond. Oh, that's interesting.
that.
Um,
Ben 10, Totally Spies, Real Monsters, and then
and then there's other
Samurai
shows
Jack.
mentioned
Okay.
earlier. Yeah, let's continue the list. Angela Anaconda.
I saw this, but it just looked super disturbing. But it was like weird, like okay, yeah. I think it was Martin Morning. Nope. Totally Spies. See, yay, Totally Spies, good, yay.
Little Robots.
Oh, I would watch this.
That looks great. It's stop
Looks stop motion claymation, very plasticine. Teutonstein. Oh my God, is it a mummy that is
Yeah.
that is a Frankenstein monster? That is awesome. Okay,
Ballerina.
Angelina Ballerina.
Mm.
Cute.
Chalk
Chalk
Zone.
Zone. See, I watched some of these because it was some cartoons. Okay, Sitting Ducks. Oh, there it is again. It's really a cartoon. George Shrinks. Oh my God, it's about a kid who gets shrunk down to the size of an insect.
And shows you there's a silver lining to this.
Wow. Oh, Brace Faces. It reinforces that thing. Fillmore. Don't know. Codename Kid Next Door. Okay. That was like interesting, but I wasn't like committed to it because the characters kind of annoyed me. There's Yakety Yak again. As told by Ginger again. Jackie Chan Adventures again. Teen Titans. Okay. I super got into Teen Titans. It was a very good cartoon series.
Mhm.
And I think Teen Titans is still like what we hope for. I know there are people who appreciate Teen Titans Go. I do not. It just got really, really stupid. And then there was the Titans one, which was like they tried to age it up,
Mhm.
but then I still preferred Teen Titans because it had a good balance of camp and serious action, and the character design is pretty good. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh was I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh, but
Yeah,
yes,
that
it was a big thing. Oh my God, Alex D and Drix because it was based on that movie, and no, Osmosis Jones,
Yes.
Atomic Betty. I don't know this, but the character design makes me want to know it.
Mhm.
Oh, Danny Phantom. Okay, yeah, Danny Phantom was interesting. I didn't
Danny
super
Phantom.
get into it. but
Danny
yeah.
Phantom is the cartoon you can watch if you want to run Orpheus for kids.
Oh yes, that's a good way to put it. The Weekenders again, Invader Zim, of course.
Mhm.
Hamtaro. Okay, this looks
The
anime.
Hamster. Yeah.
Nothing better than watching a couple of adorably animated talking hamsters that made you smile.
Mhm.
Girl stuff, boy stuff. Oh wow, okay.
Koala Brothers.
The Koala Brothers. Okay, cute animation style. Really, Powerpuff Girls is this era? I want to double check that. Okay. Someone also mentioned the comments earlier. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I was like, I didn't get into it, but
Powerpuff Girls, originally released 1998. So
okay,
they
so it's
don't
not in the
count.
list. Kim Possible.
Yes, that's 2002.
Yay, Kim Possible. That was fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun with that. Samurai Jack again.
All Grown
Oh,
Up.
All Grown Up was that
The
weird.
sequel to Regrets.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Proud Family again. And that's it. That's this list. What else do we got?
So, Teacher's Pet, um, But Ugly Martians, Lloyd in
See, it's these same
Space,
things. Like, oh my God, it's the Caitlin Ashley
um,
one.
Kenny the Shark,
Dave the
Dave the
Barbarian. What are
Barbarian.
these?
My
My
gym
gym partner is
partner's
a
a
monkey.
monkey.
I saw it. I saw it. Like I knew it existed. I just never got into it.
The Replacements,
Also, no.
a Disney Channel series from 2006. Um, Back at the Barnyard, the
Oh,
Farm
that was a Barnyard
Animals.
tie-in from the movie.
Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Some people list Flapjack very high, and I'm not. I don't
I
get it.
haven't gotten into it, but I also had office mates who would swear that it was even better than um, oh man, ah, it's gone. The name is gone. I was thinking of it earlier, but now it's gone. The cartoon with the hand with 6 fingers.
What?
Gravity Falls. There you go.
That's how you remember that show? That's how you remember the show. Okay. Okay, that's fascinating. All right. So I'm corrected that the Young Justice was that older version of Teen Titans, but
Mhm.
I didn't like it that much. Mark Boas like referencing the controversy on Rich Hartman. Yeah, I've seen that. Naruto apparently around this period. Yeah, you don't see a lot of anime. I think anime gets listed on its own because people continue to treat it as a whole separate genre for
Yeah.
some reason. Um, I will point out that guys, the Venture Brothers started in the
Mm.
2000s, and I really got into the Venture Brothers for some reason. Again, because I like that kind of uh, absurdist humor
Mhm.
from the Adult Swim era, and Venture is so much fun. Okay. The He-Man reboot
Yeah.
thing. He-Man and the Master of the Universe.
I wasn't a fan of the new art style for that one, but it wasn't that bad as far as
It
the
was just
narrative is
nice to
concerned.
see He-Man again, and
Mhm.
then it kicked off the wave of toys that came back to the shelves, which led to the inspired by like the original ones
Mhm.
coming out again.
Then you have Queer Duck from 2000.
What
Um,
the hell? Wow, it lasted for 2-3 years.
You know this?
No, I didn't know this.
It was one of those early shows that tried to push forward, and Queer Duck was just annoying.
I bet.
Very annoying. Stargate Infinity.
Oh my god, wait, I didn't know Star Brigade had a cartoon. I know of all the live action shows, I didn't know they had a cartoon. Okay.
Stargate Infinity felt more like um, Centurions
Oh, really?
because they have this armor.
Man
thing
and
going on.
Machine, Power Change. Wow,
Super duper sumos. This would probably be a hit
Yeah.
in the current market. Um,
Sistemo Supremo.
what's new, Scooby Doo?
Yes, there was a separate new Scooby Doo series in the early 2000s.
And this seems to be the logo that has caught on, and now a lot of games and merchandising still use this new logo.
Yes.
Um,
Whatever. Nope.
Kid Paddle,
That sounds kinky.
Clifford's
Nope,
Puppy Days.
it's a tie-in to Clifford.
I mean, I'm skipping the ones that are obviously from
That
series.
looks like a collection again.
But this we have to mention.
The Berenstain Bears. But then, isn't that a much older cartoon?
Yeah, but it seems there was a
2002 2004 thing.
an attempt to launch it again. Jacob Tutu, Mole Sisters, which looks disturbingly cute. Odd Job.
Okay,
Jack.
wait. Scroll up. Okay, I thought the caption was not in English. Okay, keep going. I thought it was like, oh, yeah.
Silverwing. A young bat and his friends struggle to find his colony.
I bet there's a movie.
Yeah, it does look like an indie animated movie. Has, which is a penguin full of ideas.
I'm into penguins.
Spider-Man animated series.
Oh yeah, there was
of
that one.
course.
Sabrina's Secret Life. I forgot that they made an animated series for
I never
Sabrina.
got into
This is post the Sabrina live action sitcom.
Mhm.
What are these things? I see this all grown up. Oh gosh, Duck
Duck
Dodgers, which was actually not a great cartoon. I mean, it was nice to see they tried, but they actually make a series now. Hey Moni, Free for All, Gary the Rat, Kenny the Shark. We're all getting to
Lilo and Stitch.
oh, Lilo and Stitch. That cartoon kind of lasted.
Mhm. Ren and Stimpy.
Adult party cartoon. Looks like a movie.
So the thing about Ren and Stimpy is there are two Ren and Stimpy series. There
Hmm.
was the one aimed for kids, and there was the one aimed for adults.
Hmm.
And a lot of the YouTube Ren and Stimpy references now, wherein they're like, I can't believe they showed this to kids, are
It's from
actually
the
using
adult
clips
show.
from the adult
Yes,
show.
yes, which is adult party cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, we didn't get to say Star Wars Clone Wars, which is 2005, which is actually the micro series
Mhm.
where it was so annoying because the only way to watch the episode was to catch them in between other shows.
Mhm.
It was another Jendy Tartakovsky animation project, so it took around the same era as Samurai Jack.
Mhm.
And do not confuse this with Star Wars The Clone Wars, which was the CGI series that followed. This is
Yes.
just Star Wars Clone Wars. But
And
it's
and,
awesome.
and this was the one that had no dialogue.
the
Right.
first set of episodes had no dialogue. The second season did have dialogue
Yeah.
because it was more closely tied to the beginning of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And it was where we first saw General Grievous, and he was super awesome because he killed so many Jedi in the cartoon. And then come the movie, he's like an old man robot coughing all the time.
Mhm.
To be fair, the micro series explains why he's coughing.
Strawberry Shortcake,
Oh, there was a reboot.
Stripperella.
Obviously, and oh my God, it's Pamela
Pamela Anderson.
Anderson. Wow. Provides the voice of Erotica Jones, who's a stripper by night and a superhero otherwise.
Stuart Little,
Teen Titans.
Teenage
Oh,
Mutant Ninja
this
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it was still like animated and not CGI. It was pretty good.
Shaolin Showdown.
Oh, yeah, I knew this existed but didn't get into it.
Of course, we have the Batman.
The Batman was one of the first few Batman reboots, and its main problem was that it was not Batman the animated series, and people were not ready for another Batman.
Mhm.
Drawn Together.
Drawn Together.
Oh my God. Did you watch Drawn Together?
No.
Oh, I super tried. It was very annoying, but I just love the tropes that they represented. Particularly the one girl was obviously a Disney princess.
Mhm. Father of the Pride. Foster's
Foster
Home,
Home.
okay, I mentioned earlier. Game Over.
Justice League Unlimited, which was like the continuation of Justice League, but with more characters. Oh, Mega's XLR.
Yeah.
This was kind of fun, and I'm easily on board. It had a robot.
Grady, Perfect Hair Forever.
What are these things again?
A lot of them seem to be the shorts
Yeah,
and the indie stuff.
Fancy Venture Brothers. The Backyardigans. Not into it, but I respect their staying power. And wait, let's scroll up. The Backyardigans. Wow, it lasted a good 9 years.
Mhm.
That's amazing for very annoying characters. Okay, Peep and the Big Wide World. Postcard from Buster. Okay, yeah, because he's Arthur. Yeah, it's like, why do I
The
know this
Arthur.
rabbit? He's an Arthur character.
Atomic Betty.
Hi, Puffy Amiyumi. I know someone mentioned this earlier, was like trying to point out. That was Dane. That yeah.
Mhm.
I could not get into this because of the annoying theme song, and I think that's also why I have a hard time with Teen Titans Go. Because didn't they also make a theme song? Something like that. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyper Force Go. I don't know, but I want to know. What is this?
I don't know this either.
What a long title.
Looks pretty awesome.
Okay. Now
And then
preschool stuff.
16.
Oh, okay.
The Boy.
What the hell? That seems ominous.
Yeah, it looks very, very ominous. Delta State, Dragon, the Tofus.
Guys, we have finished 200.
And
IMDb does not want to load the next.
I'm actually a bit worried that I probably have less than 10 titles so far that I really have taken
Watch.
time to watch.
Well, again, it was a weird period of cartoons, a weird period of life. We were not.
Zero Man that had Leslie Nielsen.
Wow, and Ryan Reynolds. What the hell? What is this?
Potatoes and Dragons.
Would be a great song.
Um,
Tofu,
Tupo.
no.
Creep Show.
Oh,
Creep School,
oh, and it's Witch. WITCH.
which is different from Winx.
Yes.
Being Ian.
Brady's
Brady Beasts. Carl Squared. Clash of the Titans.
Class of the Titans.
Get Ed.
No.
Mischief City.
No, no.
Miss BG.
Sons
Sons of Butcher.
No. Wow. It's more interesting. A lot of these shows that lasted more than a year.
I feel a lot.
Wait. We got to read that last title. Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs. Good job, Harry. Okay.
Jane and the Dragon.
Gerald McBoing Boing.
Johnny Test.
Okay, I saw this and no, I didn't get into it. But the dog had the most potential.
Mr. Meaty.
Ooh.
Time Warp Trio.
Mm.
Trolls. It's a hair thing.
Oh wow, very girly.
12-ounce mouse. Alien Racers.
American Dad. Okay,
Mitch mentioned American
yeah,
Dad.
I never got into any of these Seth MacFarlane shows. I don't know why. I could not get into American Dad.
You think it's an age thing? You think if we watch it now, we'll appreciate it more?
I don't know. The humor just feels very juvenile. This is coming from someone who likes Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Venture Brothers.
Okay.
Oh wait, this other one was notable. I mean, I didn't get into it, but American Dragon Jake Long. Yeah, it was pretty prominent, and it was
Danny Basco.
Dante Bosco as
Dante
the
Basco.
voice. So before he was Zuko, he was already breathing fire.
So Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, it came out in this period. So this was our problem with looking at obscure lists first. So we didn't get to catch that one.
Ben 10 also came out 2005.
The first Ben 10.
Mhm.
And then we were already talking about how deep are we going to get into this, like Ben 10, Alien Force, whatever,
Yeah.
Ben 10's Young Again.
Omnitrix and all that. But admittedly, Ben 10 was one of those remarkable concepts because it was sort of Dial H for Hero and Green Lantern for kids.
Yes, with the whole like secret identity thing for a while, and then suddenly the grandpa was like part of this secret organization of agents.
The Plumbers.
The Plumbers. Oh, Brats, not related to trolls.
Mhm.
Camp
Camp
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
Yeah, I didn't get into that.
Crack Scratch.
Classical baby. Coconut Fred's Fruit Salad Island.
Danger Rangers.
Firehouse Tales. You know.
Go
Go Diego Go. Spin-off of Dora the Explorer.
Crypto the Super Dog.
I saw a few episodes of this. I just didn't get it.
Life and Times of Juniper Lee.
More Asian American content.
Little
Lunatics Unleashed.
Okay, this one bothered me when
It
it
was
first came
so
out.
strange.
Because I was like, is this someone pirating the Looney Tunes? But no, this is an official product.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
So would you say Lunatics Unleashed is the Justice League movie? Because they're trying to do a darker, more hip version of something we know.
Look
to
at
be
this dangerous
full of joy.
territory Toby's in. Like a few days before the Snyder Cut hits HBO Go.
Well, I heard some friends like that. So I'm happy that there are people who.
But did they like the Looney Tunes thing?
Maybe that's the secret.
Ooh.
Now, the biggest question is Snyder a fan? of Lunatics? Now we see it. So it's like, no, but that would be
Oh
crazy.
wait, but go back. Jason. Oh, I thought James Marsden. No, Jason Marsden. Probably a brother with less fame.
My gym partner's a monkey.
We
said
mentioned that.
earlier.
Pet
Robot
Alien.
Chicken.
Oh God, Robot Chicken started in this period.
Mhm.
Okay, I love Robot Chicken. I do, and I respect that they are doing the new MODOK animated series for Disney Plus. I am quite excited for this because who doesn't love CGI? You know, clay animation with MODOK, the machine, mechanized organism designed only for killing. Okay, yeah.
Biker Mice from Mars.
I watched more episodes of this than I thought I would.
The thing about Biker Mice from Mars for me was that
Biker Mice from Mars.
they were very anatomically hot.
They were very buff mice.
For a cartoon, you're like, this makes me feel things.
I think this is what helped inspire many furries in their younger years.
Captain Flamingo,
Dikata Defenders? What?
Grossology,
Lunar
Lunar
Gym, preschool
Gym,
stuff.
My Goldfish is Evil,
Probably is.
Ruby Gloom,
Hmm.
Weird
Weird
Years, What It's Like Being Alone, The Very Good Adventures of Yamroll and Happy Kingdom, Katsuni. Okay, this is a very dangerous name for cartoons.
Hmm.
Katsuni. Team Galaxy, Chaotic,
Growing up creepy. Blah, blah,
Yin
blah.
Yang Yo, Fantastic Four, The
Oh,
World's Greatest Heroes.
that was a rough cartoon, that Fantastic Four. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
The Adventures of Chico and Guapo.
A pair of janitors to try to get ahead in the music business. Probably adult oriented. Class of 3000, Curious George, Ellen's Acres. What are these things? Me, Eloise. Emperor's New School. Again, many Disney adaptations spin off from the movie.
Fetch with Rough
Ruffman.
Ruffman. Kids compete in challenges in this game show hosted by an animated dog.
Oh, I'd be into this.
I
Okay.
feel like it's worth watching.
Yeah, let's look for Rough Ruffman.
Mitch actually probably is Goldfish is Evil.
I see. Freak Show.
Frisky Dingo.
What is that poster?
Horseland, Kappa Mikey.
We should have been scrolling this on the feed. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have Legion of Superheroes, which shows
You would not approve.
Yeah, it looks very strange.
You would not approve.
They all look like those aliens that made the clones in Star Wars.
Do you know what they look like? Playmates action figures. You know how Playmates, they all had the same body type, whether they were doing Star
And
Trek.
they're all stretched
or-
out.
And they're always in that one like macho pose. Or they were wrestlers.
Minority Team, animated group of racially minority superheroes
What the
against
hell?
the White Shadow.
Dinky Doo,
The Replacements. Shabby and Scooby Get a Clue.
Shorty
Smoke
Short Shorts. I'm sensing a pattern in these names, guys. 300 done. We're probably gonna wrap up at 400, but at least okay. What are the most notable things that come out of the 2000 so far? It seems definitely Avatar: The Last Airbender is one.
Mhm.
I will still hold strong for Teen Titans.
We can't ignore Ben 10.
Ben 10, I recognize the power of the franchise, even though I quickly got overwhelmed by like what's going on with this show. Star Wars Clone Wars, I'm super happy from that period. Wow, we do not recognize these things again. We're scrolling as we're talking. But see, and the fact that I feel like
Total Drama.
we've had the other episodes about cartoons, people in the comments a lot more excited about stuff. And it just,
Chowder.
I didn't get into Chowder either.
Mhm.
But it just shows, I think this talks about our generation of like, we weren't into these cartoons. Oh my god, Little Bush.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ni hao, Kailan.
Ni hao. How?
The Nut Shack.
Oh,
Phineas and Ferb.
I guess if I were younger, I'd totally get into it. I was only into the platypus.
And it had that Inspector Gadget feel.
Sort of.
Wherein-
But that was really more the platypus.
Mhm.
He was the secret agent.
Yeah, but in the sense of, you have the oddball character being the smartest one.
Yes.
Um,
Yo,
Yo
Gabba
Gabba
Gabba! Again, power.
uh,
Wow, we're like,
Mr. Men Show.
wow, the Mr. Men people had a cartoon? Okay.
Fred's Head. Kid vs. Cat. Raspberry Cherry Jam. World of Quest.
Mitch keeps showing Naruto, so I don't know, it's not coming up on the list yet. Oh, Batman Brave and the Bold, 2008. It just caught up. Okay, I was unforgiving of the Batman, but I like Batman Brave and the Bold because it featured so many guest stars, and they actually got one of those the music villain, and they had Neil Patrick Harris do a musical episode.
The Meister.
Yeah, the Music Meister. Star Wars: The Clone Wars also came out pala in this period because it was 2008. That show I super love.
Archer.
I super love. Archer, I tried on Netflix and I can't. I mean, I watch it and you think that the humor is very similar to things like Drawn Together and a lot of these other adult-oriented cartoons, but I can't get my head into it. He's just too annoying as a character. Sit down, shut up. Also, Oh,
And the
Wolverine and the
X-Men.
X-Men, which is just like suddenly instead of them all being teens, he's an adult and the rest are teens. It's just like, what is this timeline? But they had to follow the X-Men movie where Wolverine had a weird fatherly relationship with
Mm.
Shadowcat. So that was the reason for that.
Yeah, most of these titles are not familiar to me at all.
And I feel like we've encountered an unusually high number of shows that refer to people's heads. It's like we're doing a lot of like introspective shows and trying to figure out, helping people with like psychology. I don't know, sort of like assess yourself.
Wow.
Wow, what are these things?
Yeah, so either these are shows from syndication for children's channels or maybe online
Yeah, because to
shows.
be fair, I mean, in all credit, the rise of Nick Jr. and Disney Jr. Pushed a lot of like micro show content, and it, it, so now there's like so many shows that came out in this period.
Yeah, the Mr. Bean animated
Yeah, I
series.
wasn't super into Mr. Bean, and then the cartoon didn't help me. I mean, I knew it existed though. Wow, we're approaching 500.
And we're just like skimming through all these lists that we don't
To
know.
be fair, it's a lot of like super preschools. Oh my God, wait,
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig is a 2004 show. Wow, Peppa Pig has staying power.
Pocoyo.
Pocoyo also. See, at least okay. Wow, good job. But Peppa Pig is like training generations of children around the world to speak with a British accent. Peppa, Peppa Pig. We will try to look at the last 100 items on this list and see if we can stop at anything
I'm actually
familiar.
hoping there will be something familiar as we go through it.
Don't hope too hard.
So far, nothing.
What are these things? George the Garden Gnome?
Legend of the Dragon. No, not
No?
even.
Wait. Can you look at it?
It looked kind of familiar, but
No,
no.
but it's not the Double Dragon one. That was
Yeah.
different.
Hope Town.
Wait. Go back to the last title. Rhubarb and Custard 2. And this is a
It's a
reboot.
reboot.
Those scurvy rascals. They
CGI.
just need fruit.
Atom. Alpha Teens on Machines.
Oh man. You're trying to Robot Boy. But like I recognize the character design.
Monster Allergy.
Dog Star.
Dog Star. I Got a Rocket. Oh my gosh, I'm not registering any of these.
Wow. Apparently the early 2000s is the way to make us feel old.
Or you could say this is when we left childhood, so to speak, and we stopped watching cartoons.
Well, I literally left home, so yes.
Shaolin Wuzang. Shuriken School. Little Amadeus. School for Vampires. Puka.
Oh, but that character is familiar.
Um,
Wait. I want to read it out loud. Mama Mirabelle's home movies. That's an elephant.
Shaun the Sheep.
Oh, it counts. It's 2007. Okay, I'm a big Aardman animation fan. I love Shaun the Sheep. Good stuff. Valerian and Lorraine.
This is
it's also based on the
on
cartoon on Valeria.
Valeria.
Okay.
But I think that's it.
To be fair, IMDb is capturing like cartoons around the world, so some of these are like obviously international
Regional.
releases. Yeah. Oh my God, Rome's at the end of this list, and we're obviously not reading out titles.
Ben and Holly, Little Kingdom. Kung Fu Dino Posse.
I can get into
Olivia.
that.
Wibbly Pig. Gawain. Leon. Lulu's Island. Le Petit Nicolas. Angela Rules. Casper Scare School. Cosmic Quantum Ray. Little Krishna. Oh my God. Wait, I think I know Little
Why
Krishna.
is this the one cartoon you know, and it's about an Indian deity? Little Krishna is the darling of Vrindavan, the land of peace and tranquility, who is constantly threatened by the malice of evil King Kamsa, while Krishna is busy with his endless pranks.
Because this draws from the Mahabharata.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it at
I'll
that.
just respect your knowledge.
Angel Friend.
Oh,
And
man,
the
we're down
last
to the last 7 items.
Please be something we know. Hunting Secrets and
It's
Seekers.
not a good 601. No.
But it actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yoo-Hoo and Friends.
No, 60. That's 602.
It looks familiar, but
You
no.
probably may have encountered it in like a briefing. But look at the names. It's
The
all
What
Asian.
What's
No,
Marsha and the Bear.
sorry, Masha.
Masha
It's
and the
not
Bear.
Marsha.
Yeah, right.
It's German. It's Russian. Look at those names. It is Boris Kutnevik and Alina Kukushnivna.
Okay, last three. Last three. Saari. That looks pretty nice.
I think it. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Igam
Igam Ogam.
Ogam. It's a caveman show.
No.
Cave girl.
Lou. Okay, it's French. I hope.
That's it. That's it.
The early 2000s are a bit of a disappointment, ladies and gentlemen. What
So-
are these shows?
So there really is a very narrow window of things that we really got into.
To be fair, I think that like a lot of our discovery period is obviously tied to like the major networks, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. So things that are outside of that window are harder to get into. And then as much as there's Disney stuff, but then clearly there was a preponderance of Disney Junior content that
Mhm.
like dominated the stream. So that also kind of got things out of the way there.
And would it be safe to say it's also because it was around that time we started to focus on different series?
Yeah, I mean, like we were watching more adult content, so to speak. Um, and there are a lot of good shows that started in the 2000s. So I guess someone could suggest that topic if we just talk about 2000s shows.
So you
and
have
not
like
cartoons.
Dharma and Greg, Felicity, Roswell, So Little Time, Firefly, Dead Like Me.
Yeah, we were
NYPD
busy
Blue.
being adult geeks and not just cartoon geeks.
We were busy diving into fandoms.
But then I guess the standout stuff is still things like Avatar. That really like
Mhm.
made waves as an animated series. And then um, I'm always there for Star Wars content, so yay. What else? I guess that's about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the cartoon side of things.
So we definitely now feel old. And David, we have hit that last item on the list. Haha.
But wait, yeah, we didn't know probably over.
Okay,
I think we didn't know like 550 of them.
so given now it is more than 10, it's 2020. It's more than 20 years since many of those shows.
Okay.
Which ones would you say you'd like to see return in some new form, whether it's a prequel or a sequel or a revamp?
I'm a purist. I don't want things to like come back. I think a lot of things had good runs, and one of the few shows that needed a return was like Samurai Jack, and it got
Mhm.
it. But if there's one thing I would like is a Jendi Tartakovsky style micro animated series for like new Star Wars stories, which like we kind of got a taste of in like there was that YouTube series that did like stories of whatever. It was like a very female oriented heroines cartoon series that was often hosted by Maz Kanata.
Mhm.
But I think I'd like to see something like that. But then like with the dramatic storytelling of Jandy Tartakovsky. So that I could go for. What about you? Because Avatar is a continuing franchise. We got
Yes.
Korra, and Korra wasn't terrible.
I wouldn't mind a reboot of the superhero series,
Like
From
the DC
before.
stuff.
but I would wish it would go away from the current trend of new reboots, which is, um, remember how they're doing Thundercats now? There's that
Mm.
very Ren and Stimpy vibe where it's
Mhm.
all obnoxious
Yeah.
and wacky. Because I know that's the thing now for the younger market, but I would love to see something that pulls back superhero stories the way Batman the animated series did. in
Respect
its
for the
time.
material and just try to do an honest, like serious depiction.
And honest, serious, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not accessible for kids.
Yeah.
But it does treat the material with more respect to its roots.
Same thing with Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I still felt like they did right by those characters.
But a lot of those sort of try to connect to the movies, and rather than the comic
I think that's
materials.
also the other direction, that we're getting the really absurd, and then we get things that have to tie to the movie interpretation of
Mhm.
things. It's like, look at how many iterations of Spider-Man as a cartoon have come out, and then they've each version of Spider-Man has had to adapt to the ongoing live action movie, whether it was the Sam Raimi movies or it was the Andrew Garfield one
And if
or
the
the
rumors
new
are
one.
true, all those cartoons actually happened because they're all part of the multiverse.
Okay, to be fair, in the comics, we have gotten Spider Verse incarnations of
Exactly.
it, but that was which is still this is still legit in my book. But yeah, so there is that, and then hence the quote unquote darkening of cartoons and like how DC switched to direct to video movies mostly for their animated content,
Mhm.
and then they were all just super dark, especially in the post Flashpoint.
And then this is coming. The thought is coming from one of the shows I was watching earlier from Victory Condition. Um, I would also I agree with them that I would love to see a new Batman series focused on him showing off his being a detective.
Yeah.
So it's not the gadgets, it's not the weird villains, but it's him episode after episode showing off detective skills. And yeah, there'll still be action, there'll still be gadgets, but the detective skills and the detective actions
Which
are like
feels very very Batman Year One ish,
mhm,
which was what the Batman was sort of trying to do, but not fully. Because like a newer Batman, but then
mhm,
it was just strange. So I could get on board with that.
yeah.
I could a Batman Year One, but like a serious Year One could be.
And then I guess that's it. In terms of the other stuff that we saw in the list, a lot of them were really
There seems like this explosion of preschool content.
yes.
Super. So it which is sort of like how when you're not careful and you leave YouTube on autoplay and you were watching one children's video, and then initially it's like nice branded stuff that you shuffle to, and then eventually you get shuffled to like this really weird like, what are these? They're animated, but they're clearly not for children.
Hmm.
So it feels like that. Like, oh my god, there's just so much preschool content. It's crazy.
It would be funny though if we start seeing animated versions of live action shows that we've grown up and gotten used to, or we know as really classics. Like for example, MASH, the animated series,
Oh, but
or
and there was like a trend of that. Like,
Friends, the cartoon.
it's like when the Cosby Show or the Cosby Kids.
Because there
and
was
stuff.
that generation when it happened, right?
Yeah, and then
So-
they'll like turn them into.
and I know we had our
cartoons.
initial stint of that when Alf had an animated.
Yes, that
Um,
was strange.
but I would be pleasantly interested if let's say they come up with a Firefly animated series or um, even something like Battlestar Galactica, Tales from the War, and it's all these
Mm.
animated series moments. Those would be interesting.
All right, all right. So that's what we got. Mitch shares that parang walang Winx and Sabrina's on Netflix, so I guess they only have their properties and not the original stuff. And then a bunch of people were like, and David did cite the Star Wars cartoons really up their game, which is true. I think it was really like serious storytelling
Mhm.
as a cartoon series.
I think the world is starting to catch up that animation is a art form, a genre, and not
Strictly
sorry, it's a
stated.
medium,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's not a genre. And
If only we could disentangle that notion from anime. Like anime is a super distinct genre when it's not.
yeah, but
just also more
but
animated
that
content.
also has to do with the fanboyism behind loving anime.
I guess, but
There's
then
that desire to no, it's different from normal cartoons.
but now it empowers the weird Netflix anime series, which are like Western stories with anime art styles
Mhm.
and none of the sensibilities. It's like ah. Yeah. So that's what we got, guys. All right. So I guess we wrap up.
Yep, that's all the time we have for this episode. We had a lot of fun, and we hope you'll join us again next time.
A lot of fun not knowing what your cartoons are. Okay. If you have questions or suggestions for future episodes, fill up the Google form at bit.ly Baduy Pride Ideas. Thank you again, David, for suggesting all these cartoon topics. I know we still have the 90s floating around. we will get around to it eventually.
Don't forget, we have a full week. Although tomorrow is
It's
not
not
a
that.
day that
It's
we will
not
have
that
an
full.
episode, but we are having guests this Friday.
Yeah, we are. So we're meeting MC Black and some of the instructors of the upcoming Drag Academy
Can we show
program.
the poster?
I'm not ready. I want to do that right now, but I am not prepared. You didn't prompt me, and so you started talking about it right away. Look at me kill time. I'm walking, I'm walking. Let me talk you all through my process
But
as
before we
I
have our
load my
guests,
tab.
we will talk all about the pork.
Yeah, we have an episode about pork. That's Kenny's fault that we're doing an episode that's
Because we
all
talked
about
about sandwiches, we talked about, so we're gonna have an episode about pork. But yes, this Friday.
Yeah, so we'll have the MC Back, Mrs. Tan, and Clea Torres. It'll be MC Tan's and Clea Torres' first time on the show, so that should be interesting. We are also planning to work to guest other groups of drag queens. So we definitely want to invite Antutan Says, who is like Turing and Anita and Mrs. Tan also when they perform on Sundays together with Samael Says. I can't remember the drag name precisely. We also want to talk to uh, the Divine Divas, which is
Yes.
Precious, Brigading, and uh, Venus Deluxe. It's like
Yes.
Christian Venus, which is the real name. Venus Deluxe. And then all these little different combinations. I know MC wants to be on the show with Brigading because, explore them as
Mm.
best friends and all the things. So if you have suggestions along those lines, do let us know in the Google form. You can follow us on Twitter, Altobi No Shade, RG Suniko.
You can also check out our blog, badaypride.com, for all the previous episodes and stuff about us.
Feel free to continue the conversation in the comments below and explain to us what the heck these cartoons are. That would super help us. And be sure to subscribe for notifications, whether on Facebook or YouTube, so you don't miss our next live stream. Once again, I'm Rocky.
And I'm Toby.
And this is Baduy Pride.